Tales of Myth and Mayhem tell stories for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Please look after yourself. Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. We are once again playing Kult, Divinity Lost, the scenario The Driver. Today I have with me Melissa. Melissa is the co-founder of the Wonderful Adventures in Lollygang, my favourite actual play group. Hi Melissa, how are you doing?
Hello, you are too kind as always. How are you today?
I'm not too bad, glad to be playing.
Absolutely.
So who are you playing as?
I am playing as a hacker, so I'm going by her handle, which is Gem. She's a short and stocky, cute young woman who does all of the hacking stuff. She is not necessarily the smiliest person, but if she needs to, she can put on the charm.
That is always a useful skill to have. So, we start again in this beat-up old Dodge in the desert. It's night, still warm though. Dry air, dry dust coming through the vents, even though the AC's turned off. It's broken. Doesn't help. What is it you're running from?
So, Gem just did a job. So, she was tasked, so she was hired by basically a CEO to do a little bit of corporate espionage. So there was a conference that was being held in Vegas, one of those conventions where it's all about securities and all the tech, whatnot kinds of things, and lots of illegal things going on. And so she was hired to basically make a clone of a rival's phone, that rival being Trevor Smithington III. And she needed to go and make a clone of his phone and get some of those good old corporate files.
But something went wrong. What happened?
Yes. So unfortunately, she doesn't necessarily, partly just from being female, kind of fit a bit of who the majority of the people are that are at this convention. So unfortunately, in a lot of places, she takes advantage of the fact that people don't necessarily pay a lot of attention to her, and this did not go as well as it usually does. There were some folks that decided that they wanted to be friendly and wanted to say hi and wanted to keep an eye on what she was doing, and unfortunately, that meant her getting caught red-handed. So unfortunately, there was some hotel security that kind of got caught in the crosshairs of her escape, and unfortunately it would seem, last that she saw, that she and her partner Glover were trying to escape, that one of them was shot and probably killed.
What about Glover? Is he okay?
Glover is not okay. Glover is in the back seat. Gem has been repeatedly telling him, it's going to be okay. You are going to be okay. But deep down inside, she very much wonders if he's going to have the same fate as that hotel security guard.
So you've got something to your advantage. What is it you have?
So what I have to my advantage, essentially, is that Gem actually comes from money. So Gem works very hard to hide it, but she herself is a bit of a trust fund baby. One of the reasons that got her interested into social justice kinds of things is that she comes from a very corporate family who does a lot of questionable things to earn all of their money, and so she takes that money and funnels it into trying to screw those same types of folks over. So in game sense, she is prepared.
Yeah.
But what that really means is that she's got some money to buy whatever's needed.
Cool. And there's someone waiting for you, isn't there?
Waiting for, by his private plane, is the aforementioned Trevor Smithington III. No, I'm sorry. So the person that hired her is Charles Albrecht. And so that is who is waiting. Also, though, with his private plane, because, rivals and whatnot, also has the money.
Excellent. The car's chugging along. It's been a couple of minutes since Glover said anything. The fuel gauge is almost at empty. The car's been making noises for the past few miles that don't seem all too healthy. Just in the headlights and not too far away, what is it you see?
So Gem has been trying to find this safe house. So it's supposed to be this kind of nondescript green house, kind of out in the suburbs a bit. And she is making very slow work of this escape because Glover's in the back seat. And so she's constantly taking soda cans and like throwing them back at him just to try to keep him. Glover, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna make it. Will you stop bleeding all over my damn car? And she just keeps finding trash and just sort of throwing it at him just to try to get him to kind of look up a little bit, or at least see if his kind of eyes respond a little bit to having things thrown at him. Generally, he would not take too kindly to that, but unfortunately, he would respond with a and just, a little grunt or something, and that has stopped at this point. And so now she's upgraded to actual cans and not just wadded up bags of chips. And unfortunately, he's not responding. So she's like turning on the radio, trying to find some kind of classic rock or something to just blare, just to keep getting some stimuli back to him and see if he will wake up. And so she's turning around, throwing things at him and looking at houses. And it's like, it's another brown, beige, brown, tan. What the hell is this greenhouse?
And you drive for a little bit longer and you keep getting distracted by Glover. Every so often he moans. At one point he tries to give you the finger, but seems a little bit too weak to do so. Makes some coughing noises, sounds probably a bit worse than the car does. Then you look out the window and you see there are no more houses round about. You're out of town, you're on the highway. There's no other cars though. At this point I'd like you to roll your disadvantage, please, Stalker.
All right, roll disadvantage.
That's a 4, so it's a failure, and what happens is your enemies are catching up to you. Who's this enemy?
There is this very annoying blogger. Her hacker collective that she's in, there's, kind of a blogger that is a bit of a wannabe and doesn't actually have any kind of hacking skills, but, he does a bit of, when they want a bit of word put out, he gets that done. And when they want a bit of disinformation to cover their tracks a bit, he gets that done. He goes by the handle Owl. Unfortunately, the little sucker is actually kind of good at his job, and he has figured out Owl's actual identity. He's figured out the family that she is a part of. And so unfortunately, over the last 6 months or so, she has been blackmailed by Owl, and she's been paying him off for kind of doing whatever is necessary to kind of make sure that her identity is not revealed to the broader group, because despite her track record and despite her success, they would still not trust her if they knew her real identity.
Excellent. So that failure gives me 3 hold, and that means that I can that's 3 chances for me to make a move against you.
Great. So great.
I know, it's wonderful. And the first thing that's going to happen is that the car dies. But in the headlights before you, you see a small greenhouse sitting alone in the desert, while what was once a white picket fence round about it. And the car rolls to a stop. And Glover coughs.
Hang in there.
Jim, where the fuck are we?
I think I was hoping that this was going to be a little bit closer to the burbs, but it is not. And this stupid piece of shit has breathed its last breath, I suppose. But we got to get you to the. I can see good news. Good news. There is a greenhouse not that far ahead. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Just hold on. And so she makes sure that she's got all of her, important things out of the front seat, and she kind of goes around to the back seat, and she's glad that she is not a super skinny individual with absolutely no muscles whatsoever. And she looks at Glover, and she looks at the house, and kind of all of her 5'2" kind of like stands up straight. I can do this. And, what that is kind of looping her arms under his armpits from his head and just pulling him out of the car. This first part's going to be the hardest part. His feet are just going to have to just kind of flop out of the car as she's just going to dragging him.
And he screams, just the loudest, most guttural howl you've heard from him. Even when he gets shot, it didn't sound like that. And he's fuck, and he tries to get to his feet.
Oh, quit your bitching. We're going to be soon enough. We're going to get you up soon enough. You got this.
Yeah, damn right I do. He coughs again, sees his hand is covered in blood. What's that? He looks back along the road. And you see in the distance a pair of headlights. It's quite far distance. It'll take whoever it is a while to get here. But you don't see any houses.
You know what? That's just our motivation to get your ass in that house. Just come on, suck it up. And so she just, with haste now, is dragging this clearly gunshot wounded man down the street with the car approaching. And so she's just walking backwards as she's dragging him.
He hobbles along and moaning, he's in pain, he's talking less and less. There's no street lamps, but the moonlight is very bright. And you can see when you do glance at his face, he's looking more and more drawn. The gate swings open. The mailbox was kind of sitting up, so hanging off to the side, but it's open, no mail in it. There's no lights on in the windows. With the porch at the door, there's one of those little, some Airbnbs, they've got the codes to put into the door.
Yes, yeah.
Something like that there.
All right, Glover, I'm going to have to set you down for a second, because she kind of tries to, while holding him, reach and do this with one hand, and her arms are not long enough for that. So she's just going to have to kind of drop him, leaning a little bit, so where he's kind of like leaning up against the wall, while she kind of goes, and she's rifling through her pocket to find the phone with the email with the code, so that she's kind of got this up and is putting the code in.
Takes you a moment to find it. You have the email, code goes in, door buzzes slightly, and you're able to open it. Smells very musty inside, as if no one's been there in a while. Not dirty, just the stale air. Somewhere in the distance you hear some kind of animal howl.
And Jem looks down the street a ways as she kind of, now this is harder because now she's squatting down on the ground to pick Glover back up. It was a lot easier to drag him out of the backseat of the car than it is to kind of squat and lift. And so as she's doing that, because he was leaning kind of facing the street, and so as she's doing that, she's also looking down the street to see how much those headlights have closed the distance.
You don't see any headlights anymore. Maybe they've turned off somewhere, stopped.
All right. One last thing, hopefully. One last thing. And she's hoping that they just realize that they went too far and went back to where they're going. So she, and kind of lifts him up and kind of drags him over the threshold back into the house.
What's the house look like? This small house, it's obvious that it's being used for a B&B. What's it like when you enter?
I would say that it is overly furnished, I would say, and decorated. So it's kind of one of those things where they're trying to make sure that it can fit as many people in it as possible. So you've got a couch and you've got multiple chairs and there's like hardly any space between them. And they're really going for the kitschy Southwest. And so there's all of these groupings of art on the wall, and they've left very little blank wall space. So you have all of these coyotes and kachina and anything that's Southwest related, you just have it up and about. And so it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's probably not cheap to kind of bring in a housekeeper or someone to dust all of this. I can imagine that many curses have been uttered in this room, and you probably notice a couple of the kind of vases or other things have probably been glued back together because it's an Airbnb and people are assholes. So like you still have things that are put back together and, not quite level hung anymore and all of those things.
Excellent. Now it's got a little bit more blood on the carpet as you pull him in, but, worse things happen.
I rarely ever get a deposit back, so it's just cost of doing business.
Glover goes quiet, sits. Are we going to get out of this?
Of course, we always have, haven't we? And the greatest predictor of future success is past success, and we have always been successful, so of course we will. Just keep your shit together. Keep your guts in your belly.
And he gives a laugh and a bubble in his mouth. Do they have a first aid kit?
Of course, it's an Airbnb. They get sued if they didn't. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just going to assume.
Know. Probably should be, I think, actually.
So she's going to look through the stupid binder that's going to be on a table right inside the front door that has all of the rules and everything. And I'm going to say that somewhere in there, they put a little almost like a corporate map that would show like where's the fire extinguishers and where's the first aid kits. So she's like rummaging through the stupid thing and for once being glad for all of the minutia that they put in these Airbnb things. And so she finds that it's the hallway bathroom that has the first aid kit.
Hallway bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms, one upstairs and one down the stairs, and there's one in each. They're being very overly cautious, maybe.
So she's rifling through it. It's dumped out on the couch. And she's like, I don't need stupid allergy pills. All right, here we go. And she just picks up the wad of gauze and whatnot. And so goes over to him and she's kind of picking up the shirt around kind of this gunshot wound. And so she's doing her best. This is not a particularly good forte of hers, but she sees fabric-y stuff and sees a hole, and so she's just poking in the hole.
Greg Glover tries to tough it out for a moment and then gives another shout. Just fucking let me do it.
No, you can't even see it. It's fine. It's just we got to stop the bleeding, and this is how you stop the bleeding. And she grabs like a tube of something that's in the first aid kit and just shoves it in his mouth to just like bite down on. You got this. And just a couple more. And she's about run out of this stuff to kind of push down in. And 2 more. She actually has 3 more, but she's like 2 more. 1, 2, and then does an extra 3rd one just for good measure.
He spits out. Oh, you fucking... when are we meeting him? When do we get there? Can he bring a car? Why don't I have these details, Jem? What the fuck? What's going on?
You don't need the details. And you look like you're about to pass out in 5 seconds, and I don't need those details in your head if you're just going to go taking a nap on me. And she looks at her watch, and it's probably an hour until he's supposed to be there, but she's going to say, and that's like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes. You're almost there.
Look, I need to sleep. Just let me sleep, okay?
She's thinking through. There's not really much other option. You're good where you are, right?
Yeah, I'm not moving.
Same thought. You got this. But you're gonna wake up.
Yeah, of course. He still owes me, the bastard.
Yeah, both of us. We did both do this. I mean, you're gonna get more, hazard pay and whatnot because you got shot. So there's that way to get yourself a few extra grand.
He laughs. Yeah. Just don't go running off, okay?
Oh, and she kicks his leg, intending to just be friendly, and then immediately, sorry about that.
Okay, next time you get shot, okay?
Yeah. That'll be the plan. Next time I stand right in front of the guard with the gun and be an asshole. That's what I'll do. I will do the same thing that you did. And that is, yep. You thought you were going to take a nap. Shut up.
He's already sleeping. The eyes are closed. You hear a slight snore come from him. So he's not unconscious. Just the house is quiet. No sounds coming from outside. Can't hear any more animals. The lights, the bulbs bare. It's about the only thing that's not decorated in this living room. So what do you want to do? You got an hour to kill?
Jem would want to go back to the front door and lock it. And then she's going to want to do a quick once through of the house. So go upstairs, check the rooms, check the yard. I think you said the remnants of a picket fence were around.
Yes.
So she wants to just make sure. That would have normally been something that she would have done at the beginning, but obviously needed to attend to the Glover first. So she'll go back and do all of those things now.
So where's Jem going first then?
Upstairs, I would say. Start upstairs and work back down.
So up the stairs, there's looks like 3 rooms plus a bathroom. Doors are all closed. They've got the metal handles are curved. It's completely different from downstairs. It looks much older than the ones downstairs. The first room you try is locked.
And she just sort of, anybody in there? And puts her ear up to the door.
Can't hear a thing from it. Oh.
Kind of get on the floor and just see if there's a little gap kind of between the floor and the bottom of the door, and just see if she sees any.
The bottom of the floor. Give me observe a situation, please. Perception. Or investigate, whatever you want. Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty good at this. 14.
So success with complications. What would you like to know?
I would say the obvious one here is what is being hidden from me. So there's a locked door. So what can I see that's being hidden behind this locked door?
You're down on the ground. You're looking under the gap. It's completely dark, but you're very still at the same time, and you're certain you hear breathing from in there.
Who's in there?
No answer.
I can fucking hear you breathing. Who's in there?
Still nothing. You think you might hear the sort of like a hiccup, that maybe the breathing gets a little bit faster or stronger, as you say.
I'm going to break this door down if you don't just open it.
You stand up and take it, and the door creaks open.
And Jem kind of looks around the door.
You don't actually see anyone, but what you do see is your bedroom from your parents' home. It's like your childhood bedroom. Please roll Keep It Together.
The hell? Another 14.
Yeah, 14's good. It's not too good, not too bad. You get a choice here, so you can choose to become angry, sad, scared, guilt-ridden, obsessed, distracted, or you'll be haunted by the experience at a later time. You can choose any of them. It's absolutely fine by me.
I would say right now I'm angry. That's just all of the Glover getting shot and just all of that. Like, she doesn't have patience for this kind of thing right now. Like, that doesn't make no sense. And she sort of does the thing where you kind of like exit the room, close the door, and then open it back up again just to see if it looks the same the second time you enter it.
And it does. It even smells the same as you remember. But what's the room look like?
Her mother was very into proper appearances and gender roles. So it is pink and purple and, in her mind, ugly as can be. But again, she grew up with money. So it is large. It has a queen bed and 17 going on 50 pillows on it. And she's got a stereo system that's like top of the line stereo system and just incredibly well apportioned.
Stereo clicks on to radio. Very old, so like 40s, 50s song. Something very slow and melodic.
The hell? And she's just going to go over and look for a power cord to just pull out of the wall. Like, that, the hell? Even if she has to like move a dresser to pull a cord. Like, enough of this shit.
You pull the dresser back, the cord, you pull it out, the music stops abruptly, but you see as you pull out the cord, it looks like mould behind the furniture. You see it's creeping up the wall.
Oh, that's disgusting. What? And so she's going to look around for a closet because she heard breathing. And like, despite the fact that she gets over the initial, like, this can't possibly be, and she remembers there was breathing. Where the hell are you? And she's looking for a closet, a bureau, anything.
You see the closet that you had as a kid. You were rich, one of those big ones that you can actually sit in and play and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You open it up, the clothes, so from the 80s, 90s. Oh, well, I don't know how old Jem is actually. She's quite young, isn't she?
She's, I would say, late 20s, probably.
Well, so I'm too old then.
Some 2000s clothing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you hear the breathing. In the corner, you see a woman wearing very drab clothing, her hair lank around her face. And as she sees you, she says,
"Oh!"
Just looks at you.
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
She spooks and runs.
Okay, and her face definitely changed. So she was very angry, and I am angry, but to the extent that can change, like there's definitely a softening to her face when she sees this woman. Yeah,
because shocked and yeah. Give me an avoid harm reflexes, please, as she tries to push past you.
All right, avoid harm. That is a 16.
She pushes at you, you move back. I mean, there's plenty of room in this closet, and she's out and out the door. You see, she sort of leaves dirty footprints, though there weren't any before.
What the hell? And she's going to run back downstairs because she wants to see how this woman reacts to a gunshot wound victim sitting on the floor downstairs.
You don't see her. You just see Glover on the floor, his hand over the bandage that you put on him. Slight snore again. But on the wall behind him, you see the mould.
What? Is that actual hell? You said there were sort of dirty footprints as she came out of the closet?
Yes,
so
she went down the stairs into the living room where Glover is, and they're gone.
She will open the front door, see if there's any footprints outside.
But you do see the headlights coming in the distance.
Oh, hell. And so then she closes the door real quick. And if she had turned any lights on in the living room, she would turn them back off.
Mm-hmm. This week's glovered up. The fuck's going on?
I don't know what the hell is going on with this house, but you know what? Never mind.
Is this Albrecht's house?
One of his company, you know how these people are. They don't put all their eggs in one basket. I think he's got a handful of Airbnbs all across the country. So yeah, one of his companies has all of these Airbnbs. Why are you worried about that now?
I don't know. Something just seems wrong with this. They shouldn't have been... Nah, I don't know. It just seems wrong. Have you checked the data from the phone?
Well, it's definitely wrong because that stupid room upstairs looks just like my room when I was a kid. And that is not possible. Obviously, this little house can't possibly fit rooms that big.
It's like you're stressed. You've had to look after your friend being shot. Just calm down. I don't see anyone. No one came in here. I would have woken up if they did. I woke up when you came in.
I don't know why you're giving me the third degree. We did the job, and we're waiting, and it'll be here. And
something just seems off.
Well, obviously, because you went and got yourself shot. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Can we just shut up and let me... I was trying to search the house and see if there's anything else going on.
Your phone rings.
And it startles her because she just turned the lights off and whatnot. And so she looks at the phone to see if it's a saved number.
It's the number you were given when there was contact with Albrecht Man.
Oh, see? Everything's fine. And she'll walk a bit towards the back of the house, away from him, in case she's completely lying, and answers the phone.
Jim?
Yeah.
I understand there was a little bit of a mess. Did you manage to get the goods?
I told you I would, and I did.
It's been a slight change of plan. Pickup won't be till early morning.
That is unacceptable. I've got a man with a gunshot wound here. That's tomorrow morning's not going to work.
Well, had your man not get shot, we would have been able to get to you in time. However, now things are looking a little bit... Did you tell someone where you were going?
Of course I did not tell anyone where we're going. We are in BFE out here. There is no way that this house is going to be connected to that. So none of this bullshit, because things are worse, you got to wait longer. No, things are worse, so we got to wait less time.
This is your mistake. You're getting paid. Look after your man. There should be enough first aid stuff there. It can't be that bad. You would get him away if he's still up and about now.
I'm sorry, can't be that bad? We're talking about the same gunshot wound, right? Don't give me this can't be that bad bullshit.
You haven't checked the data, have you?
No, I have not checked the data.
Good.
Did I just start doing this shit for you yesterday? I know better.
Some things need to be double checked. Stay in the house. I wouldn't go upstairs. It's a very strange place.
Too late for that, I just did.
Your silence on the line for a second.
And what did you see?
Stupid. And she checks her brain a bit at that response. Well, I'm trying to do a sweep of the damn house and there's locked doors.
We've had a problem with mold in houses like that. It can affect you a little bit. Don't worry, it's nothing permanent, but we do know the people who've stayed in those houses. That one was meant to be cleaned last week, unfortunately.
Of course. Of course. There's a property that y'all are renting out that's got mold in it. Of course. And it's just that, like, of course, a rich person is doing something to make them more money and not give a shit about anybody else. So, what time in the morning?
7.
And so we're looking, I'm assuming, slightly less than 12 hours?
Yeah, much less than 12 hours. So you'll be about, 8 or 9 just now at night. So it's evening at night.
Okay.
So 9 hours or so.
Because she's, I imagine, maybe in kind of a kitchen area. Mm-hmm. So she's kind of opening cabinets and fridge. And are they relatively stocked?
Everything's empty.
There's no food here.
It should have been stocked yesterday. I'll check.
What do you mean you'll check? I'm looking at the cupboards and they're bare.
I believe you. I will check if it was stocked yesterday. Nothing I can do about it from here. This call's been on long enough. Don't open the door to anyone. And again, avoid the upstairs if you can.
Yeah, you better 7:30. You said 7:30, right?
The phone clicks off.
Bastards. And she's looking through, like, there's got to be a pantry or something, because she's not prepared with food and hadn't realized that she was hungry until she realized that there's no food. And now suddenly...
Yeah. It's weird. The oven, you open up, just check inside. It doesn't look like it works at all. Like, there should be a little LED on it or lights. There's no clock there, nothing. There's the space for it, but nothing there. The light, you've got the light on in the kitchen just now. Where you stand when you're looking for the food. The fridge as well. There's no hum to it. The light goes on though, but it's not cold.
And had she put a light on in the house earlier when they came in?
I think you must have think it would have been too dark to get them in and get the first aid done in the dark. So I presume she would have done.
Okay, so there was electricity.
Yes, the light goes on in the fridge, but there's no hum to it.
That's... how am I supposed to keep Glover? All right. And then she just stands and looks a little bit, and she kind of like, not that it's going to do anything, but she's got the phone, and she sort of like flicks off the phone and takes the phone and goes back upstairs again. Because there were multiple doors upstairs, right?
Yes. Yeah, there was 3 bedrooms and the one bathroom. Bathroom is where one of those... I don't know if you actually had them in America, but all over in Britain, where there was a frosted window in the bathroom in the toilet.
Okay, yeah.
And weird, yeah. Don't know why. Very strange thing. So there's one door like that and another 2 with these curved, kind of brassy-looking handles.
Handles, okay.
Footprints are still there.
She'll go into the other bathroom and grab an additional first aid kit if there's another one in that bathroom.
There's not.
Of course. Why?
Well, there's the box for it, but it's empty.
Why would... Okay, so she... roller coaster here. She sees the box for it. Oh, thank goodness. I know that girl's going to last him the night. And then pops it open, flips it upside down, and just throws it. If there's like a tub or something, she just sort of throws the empty box into the tub.
It clatters.
Stupid. Useless.
You hear breathing.
In the bathroom, she hears breathing?
You're in the bathroom and you hear it. It's outside the door.
So she's kind of quieting, perking up, holding her ear out, realizing it's that way. So then she'll exit the bathroom and keep an ear forward.
You see a door close. The next bedroom, or whatever room it is, closes. You see the footprints leading up to it.
So she's going to go up to the door and kind of stand sideways, but try to talk through the door. Ma'am, I don't know who you are. You looked a bit. And then her brain puts together the lack of food and all right, I don't know who you are, and I really don't give a shit who you are. In case you are keeping some food, got some food squirreled away in here. I was supposed to be out of your hair in like less than an hour, but it appears I'm going to be here all night. So if you happen to have any cans or any food that you grabbed from downstairs and brought up here, you know, just roll a can of corn out or something, I would much appreciate it.
You don't hear anything from the other side. You see a light pop on, though. So coming out of the gap under the door.
All right, I take it that's a no. You know what? How about this? I don't need the upstairs, just need a place to be. So how about we just make an agreement that you are upstairs and you're going to stay up here, and my friend and I are going to be downstairs, and we're just going to stay down there. That work for you?
Door opens slowly.
Jem leans around the door.
Spare wooden floorboards, you see.
And she looks down at the floor, like, is there a can of corn?
No. From below, all you see is a slim part of the room, so a white wall. Yeah, you see the beginning of the fungus, time to crawl in from the bit that you don't see.
And so she'll kind of pull her shirt up over her nose as she kind of takes a step in, looks around.
The world goes black. I want you to roll see through the illusion, please.
Oh, so Stole is a -2 for Jem.
See, that's good. Passing see through the illusion is bad.
10.
Success with complications.
Yep.
You see reality, but also affect the illusion. So 2 things. You affect the illusion, you scream, and you hear below the door open. You hear a shout from Glover. So it's not loud, but you hear it crystal clear. And the illusion around you, Elysium tears. You're standing in this doorway. The darkness kind of pulls at your vision. It's like not that there's light now that you can see, but you start seeing in the darkness, and you see this woman, and the smile is going from ear to ear on her. She's whispering, little gem, so shiny.
What is going on?
Roll keep it together, please.
7.
So take it as a -2 stability. As this I said the illusion too. I don't think I described that as well as I could have done. The illusion tears. It pulls back. This darkness pulls back and you see, oh shit, no, you're broken. Well, that changes things. This is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. This darkness is the absence of light at first. Just, just suddenly dark as if someone had turned out the lights. You couldn't see anything. You still had the kind of after effects when the light goes out suddenly. But then that starts to pull away and you feel as if it's scraping the top layer from your eyes. And you see this woman standing there whispering about Gem, whispering about how shiny, and asking if she gets to keep you. The smile from ear to ear. You see what looks like the fungus crawling down her neck. And behind her you see towers. Towers that are dipped in oil and fire and other things that you don't want to think about, and your mind just goes from it.
No. And she's already a short woman, but she's sort of even getting smaller a bit. No. And she's wanting to try to back out of the room if she can.
But you're shiny, the shiny.
Just stay away. No. What you can't have a person. You can't have. What do you need? What? No.
She takes a step towards you. And the smile.
Jem tries to take a step back.
Take a step back and you feel under your feet. So you went in with these floorboards. And you take the step back. And as you do, you're on the carpet again. And the light kind of floods and it's so bright it hurts you.
What the? Oh, Glover.
And it's then you hear a gunshot.
Glover. And so she almost closes her eyes to feel for the wall and go back towards the stairs. So she's kind of like, her eyes are just barely open and she's just trying to go by feel back down to the stairs to Glover.
You hear the massive bang of a gunshot.
And she'll try to open her eyes as she's going down the stairs.
You feel as if the light pierces into your brain. As when you've got a migraine, It's like that. It's just shooting in. It's from someone's turned on the light downstairs in the hall and come in the door. You see the outline of someone standing there in the doorway into the room. Have you ever met the owl? Or owl, sorry.
I not met, but she does know what he looks like because he has been stalking her and she has had to pay him off. And so it's kind of been the dead drop kind of a thing where she's stayed at the location to see who picks it up. So she thinks she knows what he looks like, but they have certainly never face-to-face met.
I'll tell you what, because we didn't get to use it, you've got prepared as an advantage. And it's about scouting out a location, but I'm going to say because Jen would have been so prepared, she's going to know something about the owl. So if you roll your advantage prepared for me, please.
All right. 14 again. My favorite number for the day.
Well, you get to choose two of the options. So we're going to say, first of all, you know what he looks like.
Okay.
What else do you think you would have found out about him?
If you'll allow it, I might say that I also know his identity. Mm-hmm. So Owl is his handle, but she also knows who he really is. Okay. So knows his real name.
You see, just first of all, the silhouette of him, your eyes start to come back to you. And you see you stand in the door, there's an owl on the back of his jacket. It's kind of sketched, very stylistic. But you see he's standing there and his arm begins to shake and you hear a sob come from him.
Well, so she was very freaked out upstairs. And so she probably doesn't care about that. She's looking to Glover. Mm-hmm. So, Glover, are you all right?
You make your way down the stairs. The guy doesn't turn as you say you're all right. And you see once you're down near the bottom, Glover's head is gone. You can see that it's there, but it's not a mess that you want to look at.
And I would say at this, she just crumbles down. I've got a -1 in violence. So I would say her first reaction is just that. She just had Albrecht's guy on the phone you screwed this up, you have to wait. And she fought against that, but now all of this definitely feels like her fault. And so she's, no. She's just kind of going around to what's left of him. I mean, he was already bleeding out of his gut, but I imagine there's a whole lot of blood here. But she is still just kind of going down, and they were colleagues, and they weren't anything more than colleagues, but just coming down. She's just going to embrace him still of like, this is awful. And is really just kind of ignoring, like she's not in her right mind at this point. And so she's just, no, it was not supposed to go this way. It was not, I'm sorry. And she's just sort of burying her head sort of in his shoulder and just sobbing.
As you're banging your head, you're not in your right mind. You didn't notice that the guy didn't move. You went in, he doesn't shoot again at you. Just after a moment, you hear that someone else is sobbing as well. Just deep heaving sobs. And you see that it's Al. The gun's still not dropped. It's in his hand. There's tears streaming down his face. Do you have the phone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't, Jim, don't. I'm not going to tell you. He just sobs. Things. They made me do it. I need the phone back. If I get the phone, I'm sorry, Glover. But I won't tell anyone who you are. I promise. I won't. No more. Nothing. I'll leave you alone. I won't do anything. You're hacker collector. I'll fucking delete my blog. Just give me the fucking phone. Give me the information. I need it, please.
No, Riley. This is not how this is going.
How'd you find out my name?
That's what you care about in this situation. You just blew the head off of my partner, and you want to know how I learned your precious name?
He does one of those big, ugly sobs. You see the snot's coming down his face, and he rubs at it. The gun's still held up, but not quite pointing at you. No, it's not what I care about. They need that back. They need that back. I don't want anyone to see it. You need to just give it to me, please.
Of course they don't want anybody to see it. That's the point of taking it. No, you're not getting it.
You know who he works with, don't you? Good old mummy and daddy. If they knew it was you, I didn't tell them. I've not said to anyone that it was you doing this. I kept my end of the deal. Please just give it to me. Just give it to me. I don't want anything to happen. And behind him, you see dark hair hanging lank, just walking up very slowly. Please just give it to me. You don't know what they're doing. You don't. It's fucking horrible. And Albrecht, I know all about Albrecht. He's in on it too. He just doesn't. He wants to get there first.
And she's kind of playing back because she's worked for him for a long time, and she has no illusions. Like, he's still a CEO, and just by definition, in her mind, they're all corrupt in some ways or made their billions in some ways on the backs of other people. So she has no illusions to that. But this is the first time that she's ever been hung out to dry. And this very wait until the morning was definitely kind of hanging her out to dry. And so she has no sense left in her, and she's trying with what little sense of rationality she still has left to figure out this Riley can go screw. But all of this is happening in her brain, and she's like looking at him and is not particularly empathic towards the fact that he's crying and sobbing because he's been blackmailing her. So that doesn't really matter. But she's looking to what's left of Glover, but this'll be for nothing if I just hand it over. And then what was this for?
But we'll both be roll see through the illusion, please.
That's a one.
Okay. As I said, you saw the woman coming up behind him, and you're not sure what it is that you see, but his head is no longer there. From his mouth upwards, it's just gone. Her hand is in its place. You didn't see what happened. It's covered in gore. Hoot hoot. He's not shiny. You're going to play with him now, aren't you? You brought it. And they're going to pay. They're going to pay. And she turns, starts to walk up the stairs.
Who? What? And she's almost losing her. Wait, the woman up, and she just has her hand to her forehead. What does the woman upstairs have to do with it? And she doesn't really know what to do, and so she just sort of tries to jump on this person because she just doesn't even know what else to do at this point.
Roll violence, please.
10.
A 10? Not bad.
Huh.
The phone falls from your pocket as you land on her. And she doesn't seem to be expecting it. She's not tensed or anything. She just crumples to the floor. Your jacket goes wildly. Your phone falls out. Maybe you didn't zip it before when you put it back. But she's going, ha ha ha, it's the gem. Not so sharp, little gem. And she pushes. Roll avoid harm, please.
Avoid harm, okay. 13.
So you were on top of her, and she lashes out to get you, and you roll off, and she's right on top of you, standing there. And you see that this mould is on her legs and on her arms. And that's what the footprints were. It seems to be the mould. And she sees your phone on the ground. Is this it? Is this it? Do you want to watch a video? Do you want to see something? And she goes to pick up the phone.
No. And so if I kind of fall into the ground, I'm just sort of rolling towards it to just lay on top of it. Like, this woman's going to have to, like, pick me up to get to it.
We'll say act under pressure then for that.
Oh, okay. I got a 1 in that. No, 6.
6. You roll. She snatches up the phone and you get a kick to the head. And roll endure injury.
10 again.
For a second, your vision goes black, not like upstairs, but just from the shock of your head being hit. She's gone. You don't see her.
She will try to run upstairs and try to jump on her again.
Upstairs, the door to your bedroom is open. Everything is covered in this fungus. The bathroom is open also. The fungus is starting to cover, and you can actually see it move now. The room that you were in before is just blackness, a wall of blackness, and as you look at it, it hurts. The third door, the last one, is lying ajar.
Jem will, she's really not with it. She's kind of holding her head a bit. Bitch, you better be in here. And she, again, is not particularly tough, but she's trying to act it a little bit. And so with the other doors, she's sort of been nice, and she is going to attempt to really just sort of go up. She's like 5'2", so she's gonna like try to like get her leg up to kick the door right where the door handle is. And I'm not sure this is gonna go very well.
Yeah, give me a valence. I would have said you didn't need to roll, but I think because you got hit in the head, we'll take a roll for it.
Yeah, 7. That's about right. So she just like kicks, and I almost imagine like her foot doesn't even totally make contact with the door. She's just trying.
So you're covered in blood, you're hurt, your foot just doesn't make it, and you fall forwards into the door, and the door opens, and it's a cathedral. Well, not cathedral, but that's the first thought that might come to your mind. So the old Gothic cathedrals we see throughout Europe. It looks like there's candlelight, but you don't see any candles. There is an altar in front of you, maybe 100 feet or so.
The hell? And again, she sort of does the like look back at the hallway, look back in the door, look back at the hallway, look at the door. Son of a bitch. And she just is going to go running sort of down the aisle.
Each footstep, you feel the cold of the floor through your shoes. You see, as you're running, the woman pops up from behind it, and that smile is even wider. As I said before, it's ear to ear. Now it looks like it goes out of her face. It's so massive, and this fungus is still crawling up her. It's not over her face yet. The hair's still hanging lank. Teeth are open, and she's whispering something, and she takes the phone and she puts it gently onto the altar as you're slowing down as you're running towards it. Do you want to watch with me, little Jem?
No. None of this makes any sense. No. And she, again, is just going to try to, like, run and push the phone, sort of like, if it's on an altar, just sort of, like, try to jump and push the phone off the back of the altar.
Right, I want one last see through the illusion, then.
Come on. 18.
Excellent.
Damn.
You reach for the phone. She smiles, and that smile, it's something, it turns into a face that the skin is all taken, all the flesh is gone from the bottom, the lips are torn off, and the smile is so grotesque, and you feel it's beneath you. You see her body, it's covered in this fungus, but the ribs are all separated out, they've expanded a little bit. Her hands are talons. She has a halo round about her head. The hair is flying up into it. It no longer looks greasy and lank, it looks sharp. And this halo is falling. It's, like you see an angel, the pictures, the halos around their head. It's like that, but it's kind of falling down.
Sure.
Around her, and you see that the fungus is crawling into the halo. And the phone in front of you is a black book. You see the pages are thin, made of some kind of leather, and you see the writing in it, and it's not a language you would ever have known, but you can read it. And it's telling the story of you arriving at this house. It's the story of your servant being killed by the servant of another.
The hell? What the hell?
She smiles. You see now her teeth open, they're jagged. You see little bits of flesh and fungus inside them. The cathedral itself, you know this place somehow. This feels more like home than you might have expected. The cold now feels comfortable. Your hand on this book and you can feel and you know that it's human skin. And the page flicks without you touching it. And you see your parents, you see Smithington sitting at a table. They're watching a video. And you see this woman before you, but as she was before, strapped to a table and the fungus being injected into her. You see other people, young, old, lots of them. You see your parents standing behind a two-way mirror. Your mum laughs at something your dad says. Your dad always kind of toadied up to your mum. She was the one with the real power there. She was the smart one. Your dad, was always... And you know it's not there, but you see a collar around his neck in her hand. You see Smithington kind of bow and scrape to her. You see more test subjects. You see the hands that kind of curl inwards, going black. The fungus taking over lives. The fungus... You see what it looks like in someone's brain. They have like a scan, and you see how it crawls through. Then you see how they're marketing toys. And you see a factory where this fungus is being injected. And you hear a voice that you know is in behind you. It's not Albrecht's man. Albrecht. Jem.
What the hell? What? And she's trying to push the book away, and she turns, what the hell is going on?
Albrecht looks like Albrecht, has a suit on. He has slightly round face, but a very friendly face. It was always a friendly face. But also tall, broad-shouldered, very androgynous look to him. And there's a crown on his head, and a sword at his side. I think it's time for you to wake up, Jim. Do you agree?
I don't even know what do you mean, wake up? What are you talking about?
I just been to him, you hear behind you, the creature that was that woman, the teeth start to chatter and she's going, my Jim, my Jim, my Jim. And a look of pity comes over Albrecht's face. And he takes his sword, one smooth motion, and it lands on her head, drops down to the shoulders.
And Jim looks at this and feels relieved for a second, and I don't want nothing to do with this. I don't want no. I just do the hacking stuff. I don't want anything to do with this. And she's trying to run away.
You run for the door that you were before. He doesn't chase you. He just whispers your name and shakes his head. You have your phone in your hand. I would like you to roll, just with, you didn't even realise you were doing it, but I just want you to use all your skills, actually, your advantages. Access the darknet.
18.
Nice. So, I pulled this roll on you, but if Jen was to be looking for something right now, what would she be looking for?
She is looking for... My brain is going in two directions, so I'm thinking she's looking for like a dark web version of Twitch almost. Like she wants to get this out there. Mm-hmm. Like this is royally fucked up. So like she's got her phone, which means she's got a camera there. And I would say that's probably what she's looking to do, is getting video of this. And she knows like information being out there is power. So I would say that's what she's trying to do.
Okay, and you can choose one of those three as well. So I'll say that this darknet version of Twitch comes up. It's the same destination that you were looking for, but the UI looks completely different, but your camera automatically springs on. You see the viewer count start to tumble upwards. Which of those three would you like to choose?
Okay, because I'm sort of seeing that as the making contact with someone, as like sort of other people are seeing this. I would say maybe she's trying to get the video of what is left of that woman/creature thing, and is just asking in that, like, has anybody ever seen this kind of shit before? Like, what the? Am I gonna die? Like, and that's kind of what she's asking.
You see thumbs up coming, smiley faces. The text in the chat, so you have at the bottom, is again in that language you don't understand, but it's people cheering for you.
So, and she says, Charles Albrecht, you stay the hell away. And she keeps trying to run.
You make it to the door of the cathedral. It's not the house that's there. It looks like Vegas, but it's covered in this mold. You see people going berserk, like in a zombie where they're not, but you know, one of the ones where they're not zombies, they're just going crazy and they're breaking things and hurting each other. And you smell sulphur and you hear the footsteps coming from behind you. This is not your place, Jim.
And she knows what is here is not what she wants, and so she's running anyway.
And the video is still going. There's things coming in. You could maybe, for some reason, you're now getting the messages as voice saying, like, do a 360, show us everything, kill him. You're just hearing these voices come out, and the voices sound very jubilant. Jem, stop. This is going too far. And you don't see the kindly, pudgy face. Where's this androgynous, becrowned, massive person?
Jim, right, this has gone too far. No. And she does do the very quick video 360 kind of thing, but no, you stay the hell away. And so she is desperately trying to open doors, run, get away, all of that.
You run, you open doors, you pull at car doors, and as your hand touches the door, the car starts to dissolve. And
she remembers the Kellum, which she immediately dismissed because it's not. She's much faster to kind of run, it seems. But as all of her escape routes seem to be dissolving, shit. And so I imagine she's had kind of like a backpack bag. Would it be okay to say that I might have a knife or something?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And this is not her. She's very nonviolent, but if running away isn't going to work, screw it. All right.
You're running, but you're just not. Everything's all around you, so.
Yeah, reality is crumbling and like, all right. And so she is going to just kind of take this knife and very awkwardly grip it, sort of like above her head, kind of blade down and just run at him. And she's just sort of hoping that she's similar to the woman. She's just launching her weight kind of at him and hoping to kind of get him off his feet.
Then roll plus soul, please.
7.
He grabs your hand. Oh, Jim, maybe you're not ready yet.
Ready for what?
And he takes a knife off you and pushes you, and you fall. You wake to the sound of sirens. You have a gun in your hand. Police bash in the door. You're in this really kitschy, no space on the walls everywhere. There's 3 bodies in front of you.
She drops the gun. What is going on? What's going on? And she, kind of she drops the gun, puts her hands up. What's going on? What's going on?
You're under arrest. They grab your hands, they pull them around. Hands up. You're under arrest for the murder of these 3 people.
No, I didn't do it. And then she realizes that she doesn't have any wounds on her. I didn't.
We have it all on camera. You live streamed it, you sick fuck. And that's where we'll leave it, if that's okay.
Oh, gosh.
You've been listening to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. You can find all the links to find us in the description. Hope you enjoyed yourself.